What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, as we gear up for Saturday's fights, I'm really looking forward to the Showtime card 10,000 times more than the HBO card. However, I'm a student of the game, a fan of the game, and the sport. So I will record the HBO and watch the Andre Berto, Jesus Soto Caras, and Omar Figueroa on Showtime first, and then I'll watch the HBO card. But anyway, I got to thinking when I was thinking about these fights, and I just realized something. I've done a couple videos regarding Rigondeaux, a fighter who I thought would lose to Nonito Donaire, but I was wrong. Um, I still think he put on a masterful performance. Um, some people aren't giving him credit, which is shocking. And what's shocking is, again, as I mentioned before, the promoters, the network, HBO, just really not giving this dude props, and it's like aggravating, and it makes me mad, especially when I got to thinking about it. They're having this HBO fight card that is more or less like a Friday night fights card to me, and they're trying to boast this and pump it up. Oh, Macau, China, it's like Vegas on acid. I'm sure it's a nice place. I've seen pictures and video, but they're trying to pump this up like it's gonna be this explosive fight card you don't want to miss. Fist of Gold too. Like, who gives a fuck about those fights, really? To be honest, um, Zhao Shiming is celebrated in his region. He's from China. He's definitely a celebrated figure, the most popular from the China Republic or whatever. However, it's funny to me that HBO is banking on this Zhao Shiming dude, and I watched his pro fight, and I hadn't seen anything of him in the amateurs. I didn't really study him. I just seen him hitting the speed. He was actually on Eli Sekbek's channel, and Eli initially titled the video "Zhao Shiming kills the speed bag," and I clicked on it. And when I clicked on it, I was like, "What the fuck? How's he kill?" I think Eli put he destroys the speed bag or he kills the speed bag. So I'm not having seen this dude. I'm like, "Oh man, he's probably going in. He's probably going crazy on the speed bag." And when I looked at it, he looked so unrhythmic and it was horrible. I was like, damn, he looks like Eli has a bunch of videos with just trainers and students and just random people who are picking up boxing. And it looked like a dude that you would just see training in the background. He kept messing up and his rhythm, he was getting off to a slow start. I've seen people on the speed bag, like Floyd Mayweather, who was really killing it. He was going fast. Shit, even Will Smith in the movie Ali was hitting the speed bag better than Zhao Shiming. And I read the comments on ES News, and people were clowning. They're like, "That's destroying." Go to Eli's channel right now, and it's actually under a different name because I think he got so much flack for naming the video "Zhao Shiming Destroys Speedbag." Eli changed the name of the video, so if you search on his channel, you should find the video and just read the comments. So I mean, it's not all about what you can do on a speed bag. However, this dude, when I actually seen him fight, I was not impressed. I was like, first of all, he's fighting somebody, this kid from Mexico who looks like he just went through puberty. It showed he didn't have the experience in terms of the young kid. And Zhao Shiming was trying to showboat and do his Anderson Silva. Luckily, this kid didn't have the experience or that much power. But Zhao Shiming did not look spectacular to me. I even did a video about it, so check that out. I wasn't impressed, and I had no hatred. I thought he was actually going to be the truth because I heard he had won gold medals, and it's funny to me that they are putting this attention, this spotlight on Zhao Shiming, and totally shitting on Rigondeaux, another Olympic gold medalist who has had more amateur fights and beat people in the amateurs like Abner Mares, somebody who's currently doing big things in the sport of boxing. And they're not giving Rigondeaux any love, but they're showing Zhao Shiming all the love in the world. Now, I get that Zhao Shiming kind of has a built-in fan base. He has, I mean, China. China is a very populated country. Um, so I get that. I mean, he has more fans. But what are you doing to build Rigondeaux up other than the 24/7? And really, that was done because of Nonito. And Rigondeaux just happened to be on it because he was fighting Nonito. But I mean, HBO as a network, they've done nothing to propel or helped Rigondeaux's career, and I think his amateur career is far more illustrious than Zhao Shiming. They both have gold medals, but Rigondeaux has more fights and lost less, I believe. And he's done more in the pro game. He's had at least 12 pro fights, whereas this is Zhao Shiming's second fight. And he didn't even look great in his first fight against a fucking 13-year-old. And in addition to that, it was a 4-rounder. Then you got Rigondeaux, who is outclassing and hurting people and razor sharp and hurting people like Roberto Marroquin, who beat Gary Russell Jr. and Adrian Broner in the amateurs, and Rigo's making him look like shit and getting him frustrated and taking him out of his game plan. Even more so, Rigondeaux's defeating people like Rico Ramos. He's beating people like Nonito Donaire, who is on the top 5, top 10 pound for pound list with a lot of people. Nonito hadn't lost, and he made Nonito look horrible. And you got Zhao Shiming, who's doing a 4-rounder showboating. Like, take the country out of it. Like, fuck the popularity. This is not a popularity contest. Boxing is supposed to be a sport based on skill, style, hard work, and training. Fuck popularity. Zhao Shiming wins that, hands down. That's cool. I'm fine with that. You can't even fucking be a professional fighter in Cuba. So, of course, Zhao Shiming has more of a fan base or previous fans. I mean, you can't even fucking professionally fight in Cuba. So it's not illegal in China to be a professional fighter. You don't have to defect from China to box. So, of course, Zhao Shiming is going to have a bigger fan base. But take the fan base out of consideration and look at it. You got 2 fighters, both who won Olympic medalists. Rigondeaux turned pro before Zhao Shiming, but just because he's with Pedro Diaz and not Freddie Roach, just because I don't know. I mean, what do they hate about Rigondeaux to the point where they don't really want to air him, but they're celebrating this Zhao Shiming dude? For the life of me, I can't understand. Even Rigondeaux, like, you could say he ran. I mean, he's a boxer, so of course he's going to mix it up. He doesn't have to fight toe-to-toe 3 minutes of each round for 12 rounds. That's stupid. I mean, that's no game plan. That'd be easy for anyone to figure out if you do the same thing for fucking 12 rounds. So, of course he's going to mix it up, and that's what you're supposed to do in a competitive sport. It's your opponent's job to figure out what the fuck you're doing and stop it and prevent it. So, as far as Rigondeaux, his style was more exciting. He did more damage to Nonito. He had Nonito seeing doubles or whatever, retreating, moonwalking in the 12th round. That was exciting to me. I mean, as a boxing fan, I'm like, damn, is Nonito going to make it out? Damn, Nonito's taking some vicious counters and real sharp punches. So, to me, the fight was exciting. I don't know what everyone said. The only thing that wasn't exciting was it was one-sided because Nonito wasn't getting off like he normally does. But other than that, it was exciting just because I was wondering if Nonito would ever mount a comeback. And he knocked down Rigo, so I was like, oh shit, what is Rigo going to do? The bigger man has him hurt. And then he stayed composed and continued with his game plan. So, all in all, I just see Rigondeaux's style being more exciting than Zhao Shiming from what I've seen. And I'm not trying to diss Zhao Shiming, but I just think it's a lot of propaganda and just a lot of politics and bullshit. Again, Zhao Shiming's with Freddie Roach, Wildcard Jim Woo. So now HBO wants to throw his face on posters. They have no problem airing his fight cards. He's headlining. His first fight was a 4-rounder. And they're acting like this dude is the next coming of Jesus. And he didn't even look good in his debut fight. Whereas Rigondeaux at least is 12 fights deep. And in 12 fights, he unified his division. And he can't get no love. That, for the life of me, I can't understand that. So help me to understand that, how HBO is investing this money in Zhao Shiming and they're shitting on Rigo. See, it just lets you know that's politics of boxing. Because Zhao Shiming has a country that is willing to support anything he does, because the crowd was going crazy. He has a fan base. The crowd was going crazy when Zhao Shiming would throw a punch or showboat or do anything, even though it wasn't effective. But because he has that fan base, HBO is willing to support that. They want to support that bullshit instead of somebody who's a masterful boxer who has already proven they have a skill set in the pro game. they're going to put their money with Zhao Shiming, who still has work to do, to say the least. Like I said, I don't know how he's going to pan out. I don't know how he'll look against more elite level fighters. But in the very first fight, I was not impressed. And I had no reason not to be impressed. I had no preconceived notions of him. I thought he was actually going to be real good. I was like, okay, he's training with Freddie Roach. He has his Olympic gold medals. And let's see what this dude got. I wanted him to look good. They're saying something like he's the next Pacquiao, and he just didn't look good. So we'll see tomorrow how he looks. Hopefully he looks better than he did in his first fight. Maybe he was just nervous and had the jitters. I don't know, but based solely on that first fight, he didn't look great to me. Nowhere near Rigondeaux level. He didn't look like a type of guy where I would be like, this guy is going to be undefeated for years to come. He did not look like that to me. Um, Here's a fun fact about Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux, for you guys that don't know, if you've ever seen him, he has that gold grill. From what I'm hearing, Rigondeaux actually had his Olympic gold medals melted down, and he made that grill out of his Olympic gold medals. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know what you think of Zhao Shiming, Rigondeaux. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video's Ego, signing off.